Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for tonight's Game 2 of the 1975 What If World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox. If you watched Game 1, you will know that the Reds defeated the Red Sox in Game 1. Let's double check the score. It is 7-4. In real life, the Red Sox defeated the Reds 6-0. We are using as played lineups, except for the fact, and that's the reason why I call it a What If World Series. We are playing Jim Rice for the Boston Red Sox, attempting to see if, in fact, Jim Rice would have made a difference had he played in the World Series. If you're not familiar with the 75 World Series, Jim Rice broke his wrist in a game just prior to the 75 World Series in the regular season, and he was not able to play. The Red Sox had defeated the world champion Oakland A's, who had been in the World Series 3 years previously, 3 years in a row. And here they are playing what some people believe is one of the best teams in the history of baseball, the Cincinnati Reds of the 1975-1976. Anyway, let's go down to the field and put in the lineups for this game. Game 2 was on October 12th, 1975, in Fenway Park in Boston. The Reds won that game 3-2. Raleigh Eastwork over Dick Drago. So let's get down to the field and put the lineups in. Pete Rose led off at third base. And like I said, we're going to use the same lineups. Joe Morgan was at second base, batting second. Batting third, Johnny Bench. Some people consider the greatest catcher of all time. Tony Perez batting cleanup at first base, George Foster in left field. Batting fifth. Batting sixth, Davy Concepcion, the shortstop. Ken Griffey Sr. in right field. Cesar Geronimo in the center field. And Jack Billingham started the game and pitching ninth. Who batted eighth? Excuse me. I'm missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Griffey seventh. Geronimo. I missed him. How did I miss him? I thought I did him, but I didn't. There we go. The Red Sox lineup, we'll see. We'll only make one change, and that's going to be in left field. This one had Cecil Cooper leading off at first base. We are not going to do that. We are going to have Yastrzemski playing first base, but I do not want him to lead off. He is not your typical leadoff hitter. Let's take Dwight Evans. He led off in game 1. Denny Doyle, second baseman. Kari Yastrzemski will, instead of left field, will be at first base. Jim Rice will be in left field. Carlton Fisk doing the catching. Freddie Lynn, who was the Rookie of the Year and MVP in the American League, hitting sixth. While you see this, let me throw on this that says real stats. You will see that Freddie Lynn, 21 home runs, 105 runs batted in, batted .331 as a rookie. A prodigious rookie season. Petrocelli, ex-shortstop, now at third base, hitting seventh. We are missing the shortstop, Rick Burleson. hitting eighth. And hitting ninth will be Bill Lee. The spaceman Bill Lee was 17 and 19 during the regular season with a 3.95 ERA. Okay. I think we're done. Boston's won over the limit. We'll just let them be that way for right now. Welcome to Fenway Park for World Series Game 2 between the Cincinnati Reds and the Boston Red Sox. Cincinnati leads 1-0. We had mentioned that earlier. Jack Billingham starts for Cincinnati. He'll be opposed by Bill Lee. 64 degrees. It is sunny. We went over the lineup, so we won't do that again. In left field, Jim Rice. That is the what-if part of this World Series. Fred Lynn in center. Dwight Evans in right. What I consider one of the best outfields in the history of the Red Sox. They've had a lot of good ones, beginning in the early 1900s with Duffy in left, Speaker in center, and Hooper in right. 2 of the 3 of those made the Hall of Fame. In the infield, Petrocelli, Burleson, Doyle, and Yaz left to right. Fisk catching. Bill Lee pitching. Stepping in is Pete Rose. And Freddie Lynn will put it away for the first out of the game. Once again, Cincinnati won this game 3-2. Morgan strikes out. The Red Sox trying to even the series by winning game 2. Pop up in the infield. Petrocelli under it. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Go the Reds. Pete Rose led off game 1. You'll find it on my YouTube channel here somewhere. Should be the previous video I did. And he led off that game with a home run. So the Red Sox were behind from the get-go. Well, here they get him 1, 2, 3 in the outfield for the Reds. Foster in left, Geronimo in center, Griffey in right. Rose, Concepcion, Morgan, Perez. Probably one of the greatest infields I've ever seen. Bench catching, Billingham pitching, and Dwight Evans. Foster's got it in front of the wall, 1 down. Denny Doyle came over in a trade early in 1975. Perez gets that pop up in short right field. And Carl Yastrzemski, the 1967 Triple Crown winner. This is 1975. He isn't quite the same player. Slow roller to Rose at third, but Yaz is going to beat it out for an infield hit. Yastrzemski on first, and the what-if player, Jim Rice, coming up. Let's see if he makes a difference. Line drive, that's going to be off the wall. The George Foster climbs the wall. That's not making much sense, but it is the chalkboard. And right off the bat, Rice doubles. Yastrzemski scores, and the what-if factor is in there. Please bear with me while I check the park layout. And as you can see, if you know anything about Action PC baseball, the layout's fine. So the chalkboard went a little crazy. Hopefully it won't do that too often. Carlton Fisk facing Billingham, 1-0 Red Sox. Line drive. Geronimo makes a great play to end the inning. We head to the top of the second. Red Sox lead 1-0. My friend Jeff Hunter, whose name you see that says hello, in the chat, is playing in the Gridiron Dreams Super Bowl, probably tomorrow. If you get a chance to watch that, tune in. He's got one of the best football teams in our draft league, and he defeated the team with the best record today to qualify to go to the Season 4 Super Bowl. So good luck, Jeff. Tony Perez to face Bill Lee. Bill Lee won 17 games 3 years in a row for the Red Sox, one of their better left-handers in history. Foster to center. Great play by Fred Lynn. Two down. Is that a strikeout and a dropped pitch? Let's see. It's a bunt. But Fisk throws him out. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Red Sox. Freddie Lynn. I don't remember him batting sixth too often. Infield fly. One down. Petrocelli hitting seventh. Petrocelli singles in the right field. Rico hit 252. That was Burleson. Let's get to Petrocelli. Rico Petrocelli hit 239 in the regular season. Petrocelli was a rookie in 1964. This is 1975. He once again doesn't have much longer to stay in the major leagues. This is towards the end of his career. Rick Burleson, the Rooster. Line drive to Joe Morgan. Two away. Petrocelli still at first. And Bill Lee, the pitcher, up. He's going to single in the right field for a base hit. I do remember Bill Lee being a good hitter also. Top of the order, Dwight Evans, in my opinion, belongs in the Hall of Fame, but in this season, he only hit 274 with 13 home runs. Had a very long career with some good stats. Line drive, ground ball on the hop, to Rose to first base. The Reds get out of the jam. We head to the top of the third. Boston leads 1-0. If you just tuned in, this is game 2 of the 1975 What If World Series using Action PC Baseball. What if Jim Rice had played in the series? What would have happened? Griffey's up. Griffey on the ground to Doyle, one away. Geronimo. Geronimo again. Another grounder to Doyle. Doyle made a big difference in solidifying the Red Sox infield in 75 when they got him in a trade. On the ground to Petrocelli at third, over to Yaz for the out. We head to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Boston. Boston lost this game 3-2. I just want to mention that in the real series. Denny Doyle singles, runner on first. Carl Yastrzemski.
Okay, I found this on the web for Danny Doyle.
Yes, hits it deep to left, but Foster's going to catch it for the out. Jim Rice, who knocked in the only run, ball gets away, but not far enough. Doyle remains at first. Let's see if Jim Rice continues. Earlier in the game, he did make a difference. Fly to left. Well, Jim Rice has just homered to put the Red Sox ahead 3-0. So if you're looking for a what-if World Series and saying to me, well, one player is not going to make a difference, well, Jim Rice is not your average one player. He was a rookie, a member of the Gold Dust Twins in 1975 with Rice and Lynn. But Jim Rice could be one of the greatest players I've ever seen in person. Carlton Fisk, also a member of the Hall of Fame, pops it up. And is out number 2. Freddie Lynn, the Gold Dust Twin other member, flies to center, Geronimo. I have no idea why that pops up, but that is a bug in the program. Rose on the ground to Burleson here in the top of the fourth, one away. Joe Morgan. Deep in the center field, but Lynn tracks it down for the out. Two away. for Johnny Bench. Bench hits it to left. Rice backing up, catches it in front of the wall. After 3.5 innings, it's Boston 3, Cincinnati nothing. Bottom of the fourth, we'll see Petrocelli, Burleson, and Lee, the bottom third of the Red Sox order. Base hit in the left field. Hit number 2 for Rico. Guess he didn't like me telling you guys this was the end of his career. Rick Burleson 0 for 1. Gets hit, and now the Red Sox have runners on first and second. Nobody out. Someone's injured. Burleson is hurt. We'll see if we have to replace him here shortly. Bill Lee. Bunts it foul. 2 strikes on Lee. He's going to have to hit away. Ground ball to Concepcion, a second for 1. Over to first. That's what they were avoiding. It's a double play. 2 down. Petrocelli on third. Top of the order is Dwight Evans. Evans into left field. That will drop for a base hit. And even though the sacrifice didn't work, a run scores. Red Sox now lead 4-0. I am going to make a little change here. I am going to put the computer on for Cincinnati, let them make their managerial decisions. Billingham facing. Denny Doyle singled his last time up. He walks. Billingham not having the greatest of days. We're in the 4th inning. He's already allowed 8 hits. Carl Yastrzemski clobbers this one, but Geronimo takes it on the warning track in front of the Red Sox bullpen, and we head to the top of the 5th, 4-0 Boston. Bill Lee pitching a good game. Gonna face the heart of Cincinnati's order. Perez, Foster, and Concepcion. Perez hits it to center. Lynn puts it away for the out. Perez hit a home run in the real 1970 World Series off of a Bill Lee ephus pitch. The ball, 49 years later, is probably still traveling. Foster dribbles one to Lee, but he's not going to be able to make the play because Foster's too fast and that ball was hit too slow. Concepcion up. That's the first hit of the game. And there you go. Talk about home runs off Bill Lee. Concepcion puts it in the net in left field. 2 runs scored. It is now 4-2 Boston. For those younger people who only think there was seats on the top of the Boston's Green Monster, the left field wall, this is a picture of it and what it looked like before 2004 when they put the seats on top of that wall. Griffey back to the mound. Lee's going to get this one over to first to end the half inning. We're halfway home here after the end of 5.5, 4-2 Boston. Bill Lee facing Geronimo. And by the way, Heiss is in at shortstop for the Red Sox. Bob Heiss, who pinch hit, actually went into play second base in the first game of the series, is now playing shortstop for the Red Sox as Burleson is injured. Base hit to left, Geronimo at first. Bill Lee facing Bellingham. He walks him. Should not do that to the opposing pitcher. Tying run on first, Pete Rose stepping in. Rose on the ground. Petrocelli going to throw across the diamond. Getting Rose. No chance for the double play. The ball was hit too slow. And they didn't need a double play because they were 2 outs. Here we go to the bottom of the fifth. Jim Rice. 3 RBIs today. Every now and then I get lost in the game doing the play-by-play, and that was a section when I got lost. Fisk up, Fisk to left. Foster's got it in front of the fence. I don't know what it is, but I do the play-by-play, and from time to time I get ahead of myself looking at the lineups for the next inning and looking at the field, trying to make a description, and I lose my place sort of in line. Fred Lynn to short, Concepcion across the diamond to Perez. We head to the top of the sixth, 4-2 Boston. Morgan, Bench, and Perez to face Bill Lee. And Joe Morgan puts it in the center field bleachers. It's 4-3 now. Red Sox once 4-run lead, down to a run. Johnny Bench. Freddie Lynn has it at the warning track. Tony Perez. On the ground to Petrocelli, over to first. It's going to be close, and it's going to be an error on the throw. Perez safe at first. Error on Rico Petrocelli. Runner on first. 1 out, 1-run ball game. Foster strikes out, 2 outs. Davy Concepcion strikes out, number 4. Lee bears down, gets 2 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Red Sox lead 4-3. Billingham will be facing the bottom third of the Red Sox order. Petrocelli, Heiss, and Lee. It was a strikeout. Bob Heiss, who I don't remember much of, will ground it to Morgan for the out. And Bill Lee pitching and hitting. And he strikes out. That's a quick bottom of the sixth. We head to the seventh. 4-3 Boston. Boston's bullpen wasn't the greatest in 1975. If we need to bring somebody in, it ought to be interesting, although Lee can go 140 pitches or so. Griffey walks, runner on first, nobody out. Griffey represents the tying run. Geronimo is going to hit it on the ground. Yastrzemski's got it to Heiss for 1. Back to Yastrzemski. 3-6-3 double play, and just like that, there's 2 outs. Nobody on. Jack Billingham up, and they are going to pinch hit for Billingham. Doug Flynn on the ground to Heiss at short. He's going to be thrown out to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the seventh. Here we are heading to the bottom of the seventh inning. Red Sox, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 5 left on. The Reds, 3-4-0 with 3 left on. We head to the top of the Red Sox order. Evans, 1 hit in the World Series. 1 RBI in the World Series. He's been up 8 times, batting .250. That means he's got 2 hits. Now he's got 3, base hit in the left. Denny Doyle hitting .200. He's 1 for 2. Is that a bunt? It is. Sacrifice bunt. Doyle bunts Evans to second. Red Sox have 2 shots of knocking him in. One with Carl Yastrzemski's hitting 167. Yastrzemski had a good World Series. I believe he had 4 home runs in the original one. Base hit to center field, and Evans is going to hold. Not going to test Geronimo's 10 arm. First and third. Red Sox looking for insurance run. And guess who's up? You're right. The what if, the reason why we're playing the World Series, the what if, Jim Rice. Rice is going to single on the left, and just like that, Rice gets his 4th RBI of the day. That would be the definition of what if Jim Rice had played in the World Series. 5-3. Runners on first and second for Carlton Fisk. Fisk on the ground in a right field, and everybody's going to hold. Not testing Griffey's arm. Bases loaded. Freddie Lynn, and he is one dangerous hitter, as I've told you earlier. In the World Series, up to this point, however, he's got an RBI batting 167. There's a base hit in the left field. 1 run scores. That's all the Red Sox going to do. Red Sox now lead 6-3. And Cincinnati's bringing in a new pitcher, Clay Carroll. Clay Carroll, a right-hander, will face Rico Petrocelli, who is 2 for 3 today. Red Sox leading 6-3. They lost the original game 3-2. Looks like they want to turn the tables. He strikes out for the second out. Bob Heiss. Bob Heiss hits it on the ground in the right field. 1 run scores, 2 runs scored. Red Sox have scored 4 in the inning. They now lead 8-3. Bill Lee up to bat. Bill Lee, 1 for 3 today, yeah. Bill Lee's 1 for 3. If the Red Sox had been only a run ahead, we would have pinch hit for him. But seeing that they've opened it up, we're going to let him hit, and he strikes out to end the inning. Not before the Red Sox score 4 runs, and the Red Sox lead the Reds 8-3 going into the top of the 8th. Bill Lee now to face top of Cincinnati's order, Pete Rose, hitting $125 in the series. And that's about to go up as he singles in the right field. Now hitting .222. That must be 2 for 9. Joe Morgan, .280. Johnny Bench, yet to get a hit in the 75 World Series. To center field, Lynn puts that away. Hit well, but it's deep there. It's 420 feet to center field, where he hit it. And Tony Perez. Perez is going to single in the right field, and over to third goes Rose's. Runners on first and third. 2 away, and George Foster steps in. Foster hitting .500 in the 75 What If World Series. That's long, and that's caught by Fred Lynn in the triangle in right center field. The Reds scare the Red Sox, but score no runs. We head to the bottom of the 8th, 8-3, Boston. Clay Carroll, third Cincinnati pitcher, will pitch to Dwight Evans, top of the Red Sox order. He's going to pop it up into the infield. Concepcion back on the outfield grass. 1 away. Denny Doyle, slow roller to second. Morgan charges, throws to first. 2 outs for Carl Yastrzemski, who's 2 for 4 today. Yastrzemski in a right field base hit. 3 for 5. Yaz having a good day. There he is. What if Jim Rice? 3 hits today for Rice. 4 RBIs. He certainly made a what-if difference in this game. And Yastrzemski looks like he was picked off first. And he was. It was a ball I bench fired to first, and Yaz caught sleeping. We head to the ninth. 8-3 Red Sox. Little bit of everything in this game. Bill Lee attempting to pitch a complete game. Faces Davey Concepcion, who's on the ground, to Heiss. Throw to first. It's close, but he is out. Ken Griffey Sr. Base hit in the left center field. It's going to end up to be a double. Griffey doubles, runner on second, one out. Cesar Geronimo, but Merv Retman is going to pinch hit. He's going to hit it on the ground to Rico Petrocelli across the diamond. 2 away as Retmond is thrown out by a couple of steps. Clay Carroll, I can't believe the computer won't pitch hit for him. And there it is. Dan Dreesen pinched hit in yesterday's game. And he's 0 for 1. Fly to right. We get to do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second. Lee delivers. Strikes him out to end the game. And there it is. The Red Sox defeat Cincinnati 8-3 in game 2. We're all tied at 1. Here's the box score. For the Reds, bunch of players with 1 hit, 7 of them. Red Sox, Evans went 2 for 5. Stremski 3 for 5. Rice 3 for 4. And if this is a what-if World Series, which it is, what if Jim Rice played? Well, there you go. They win this game 8-3 because Jim Rice was playing. Billingham, the losing pitcher, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Bourbon and Carroll finished up. Bill Lee, 9 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Rick Burles, who's injured, it's only for today, the game's MVP. You guessed it, Jim Rice. Just for a second here, let's go to the playoff bracket. Let's take a look at the detail. Cincinnati wins game 1, 7-4. Red Sox win game 2, 8-3. We have a day off, and then we move to 3 games at Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium. Should be exciting when we get there. The Red Sox lose 2 out of 3 in real life, so they come home to Boston in game 6, behind in the series 3-2. Let's see what they're going to do here. Right now, the series is evened up 1 game apiece, the exact opposite of the real 75 World Series, where they were tied, but Red Sox won game 1, and the Cincinnati Reds won game 2. I will, either tomorrow or the next day, we'll be playing game 3, so I will post it on my Facebook page on when I'm going to play. And if you want to follow it, I'll be proud to have you listening. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. This is a Thursday. The weekend's coming up, so have a nice Thursday evening, everybody. Talk to you soon.